Seem to have a few teething problems, but we're almost underway. So welcome to you all, and particularly welcome to the members of the public who come along today. There's quite a number of you that's seen the film advertised here and there. So thanks for coming along. We appreciate your support and interest in this project. If you look around you, I think you can say that basically anybody under 23 is one of our students. So we've got most, I think, here, and I think we've got most of them here. Really pleased to have Will, the director, and Adam here back today to screen The Fence and to do a Q&A with us again. It's not really that long ago that you were...
It's getting longer.
It's getting longer.
It's
definitely getting longer, but it's not...
My dad keeps reminding me.
I'm sure he does. It's not that long ago that they were sitting, that they were where our current students are. So it's a great opportunity for our current students, our current wannabe filmmakers, to ask questions of them and possibly be inspired by their story, their subsequent journey after leaving college here, and seeing how they managed to develop their graduation film, their short graduation film that Will wrote and directed into a full-blooded feature film that we're going to see now. I'd just like to give a shout out to the Everyman, to thank them for letting us host this event here today in this amazing screen. Everyman are the good guys. We all know that all the love and sweat and tears that go into making films can be ruined at the very end by a poor presentation. And Everyman are great at making an event of your visit to the cinema. So I'd like to thank Jamie somewhere. Is he trying to get the mics working? Is he?
He is.
Okay. Thank Jamie who organised this event. There's another Jamie who we did all the sort of pre-planning with. Thank him. There's quite a few of the staff here, quite a few of the behind the bar are students anyway, or ex-students. So it's nice to know that there's that sort of continuity. I think quite a few of them called Jamie as well. So we're going to, one more shout out to Serena Gill, who is in the management of Everyman, who actually first sort of made this sort of bridge with us where we could form as a course, where we could form a relationship with our local Everyman, which is some really positive development for the course. Right, in a moment we're going to run through. It runs for 90 minutes, 94 minutes. After that, we should have about half an hour for a Q&A with these guys. In a second, I'm just going to ask you to do a very short introduction, just put the development of this film into some sort of context for us before we begin. And then obviously we'll have questions after it. Anything else? Oh yes, we have a surprise guest. Where is he?
At the back.
At the back there is the star of the show, David Perkins.
You haven't seen him yet.
I was thinking that maybe we should save that
Save
till
the
after the
clap.
film. Perhaps, but okay, over to you.
Okay, cool. I'll keep it short. Tim stole all our airtime with that. Hi. It's quite relevant that the film is playing in Salisbury. It never played in Salisbury, even though when it did come out in cinemas, which it did a couple of years ago now, it did have a short national run, so it played all the way from the south all the way up to Scotland, which was nice, but it didn't play in Salisbury. But the reason it's relevant to Salisbury is because, one, me and Adam went to film school here, but The Fence was originally a short film of the same name, and it was shot in Salisbury, all around Salisbury. It was staged to be in Bristol, but it was filmed in Salisbury. So this screening kind of feels like a bit of a homecoming in a way, like it's quite fitting that this sort of full circle in that sense. So yeah, I'm very pleased that it's happening anyway. Do you have anything to add to that, Ads?
No, that's fine. Okay. No, I think it's good to be back. It's always a bit weird coming back to where it all sort of started. But yeah, I hope you enjoy the film. And yeah, I'll speak to you afterwards.
Cool, yeah, I look forward to it. Thank you, guys.
Speaking parts, about 40 locations, a lot of night work,
Yeah.
a full crew, yeah, on a micro budget.
Yeah.
Quite ambitious.
Yeah, it's the complete opposite of what anyone tells you to do. Yeah.
Exactly. So
It's not-
can you tell us something of the problem, or how you dealt with that on a micro budget, and managed to pay as a professional crew, and you paid them properly, you paid them union rates.
Yeah, just about. Union?
Well,
yeah, wink, nudge, nudge.
yeah, maybe not a nice.
Someone was. Somebody was on a good wage, wasn't it? So yeah, the usual would be to make your first feature like sort of two people stuck in a cabin in the woods, that sort of thing.
Okay.
But,
Kitchen table, please.
yeah, but it's not like we really chose it. In some kind of way, the vets sort of chose us, and maybe that sounds corny, but it was a short first, and because of the success of the short, it sort of it warranted that furthering. And to be honest, before making the fence, me and Adam, we were batting around different ideas, and we continued making other shorts in different genres because we thought making the fence into a feature film would be too great a task because of all the things Tim just listed. So it really was kind of put away, and I was sort of thinking, oh, this would be something we do eventually. Like we'll do a pilot or something, and then maybe we'll do a smaller feature about something else that's simpler, and then eventually we'll make the fence. But because the fence was just like sort of kind of screaming out to be made, and I also felt that there was like a time window because it was racking up all these views online, and I kept thinking this might end, like this view, it might stop. So
yeah, the
we should
idea was that
get on with it.
the short had gained like 4 million views online or something, so it was like, well, if you can convince a tiny percentage of those people to go to cinema and, you know, or go online and watch the film and pay like £5 or something, like what, 1% of, you know, like a tiny percentage of that viewership, then you could make your whole budget back. So that was like our sort of naive, like that was the plan basically. Like, this is obviously been some sort of, you know, it's got a big viewership, it's got a bit of like a community building around it. So we thought, oh well, we'll make a feature. Maybe we could make the budget back based on that.
It was your sort of baby, though, wasn't it? And you were tempted to kind of park it.
Yeah, because you don't want to use your best idea in a way.
Your best idea is
Silver bullet, you want to save it, sort of thing.
and save it until you thought it was the right time.
Yeah, well,
you had
yeah.
the right amount of money for it.
Yeah, because you thought you might need millions. Well, everybody said you would, and they're not wrong. Well, maybe they are wrong, but
then we did have that sort of conversation about, in fact, the subject and the subject really lent itself to you doing it at your age with those difficulties ahead, and that it wouldn't get any better if you waited until you had a bigger budget.
yeah, and I also just think once you get into the sort of politics of trying to make a feature film, you realise that to say like, oh, I'll do that later, like it's so naive. Like to think that you're going to just have film after film. Oh, I'll get there eventually. It's like people aren't waiting for you to just like tell them what your best ideas are. So in a way, you felt like you had to shoot your shot when the stars aligned. So yeah. Unless you've got something to add.
Something to add. Obviously, like the film is based on a lot of his father's stories. So I think that, you know, it has like it comes from a genuine place. It's not like just made up out of thin air, which a lot of like films, you know, at uni and stuff, you're like trying to dream up like these great grand short film ideas, and you know, like it doesn't really come from anywhere genuine anyway, because we haven't lived, because we're only like we were only like in a, you know, 18, 19 years old, so you haven't done anything. But then the film always, the fence always had a sort of, it was coming from a genuine place. It was a story that was like felt like it should be told.
just one last from me, Adam. In approaching this period thing, how much post, how much tidying up did you have to do afterwards? In terms of cleaning up the background and
it's just masses of painting out cars and PVC windows and aerials and all of the stuff that just completely ruins the illusion of it being in the 1980s. And it's just because you just don't have control over it. Every street in Bristol's like rammed with cars, and it's impossible to get that period feel unless it's very easy to shoot out in the woodland somewhere, but when you're trying to shoot a period film in the city, it's very difficult. There's a lot of replacements, and actually, we wanted the film to feel like quite positive and poppy, and we shot it, and it was completely overcast for the whole shoot. Basically,
Grey.
It was grey
So
and
grey.
boring and horrible. So all the skies are replaced, with new,
Cloudy
clouds
Toy Story
and like
skies.
sunlit skies and whatever to try and build. So there's a lot of stuff like that going on. But
Hidden the effect.
yeah. But it's basically just a bit was an ambitious. We didn't really know what we were getting into basically with a period drama with 40 speaking parts, a big ensemble cast. Honestly, we'd only done short films, so
and also a load of old cars that were continually breaking down.
But you just think, it's just basically six. You're just shooting 6 short films, like one after the other, and that's what a feature film is. But it's not at all that. And to be honest, it was a whirlwind.
Jack, you had a question.
Go on.
Yeah, I really enjoyed it.
Thank you.
Did the idea for the feature come from the potential of the short, or did you make the short based around the universe that you had in mind for a feature?
It was never supposed to be a feature. It was never thought to be furthered. Yeah, it wasn't made deliberately to be turned into anything. I just was thinking about the degree and the brief that was the final year film. What was the best thing I could do for that? And then it did like a festival run afterwards, after uni, and it didn't perform at all. Like it won 1 or 2 very minor awards, nothing to write home about. And then I just thought, I'm not gonna chuck it in a drawer. I may as well just bang it on YouTube, like see what happens. So we did. We revamped a very old YouTube channel that Adam used to run, but at that point it hadn't had any uploads for about 5 years. But it had like 6,000 subs on it, and this was back when YouTube might tell them that you've uploaded something. So we thought, well, that'd be our best chance. So I chucked it on, and it just went ballistic. And then it was like, okay, maybe there's more here, which would be my advice, really. I think people might be getting ahead of themselves if they're like, I'm going to make this small thing, and that's going to get me this big thing. It depends, but the fence wasn't like that.
The lady up there. You have a question?
Hello, I've just got a question for you, Will. So I'm just wondering, how do you create a strong short film when you have like limited resources, a very small budget, and only like a small crew? Since I've just started my own filming company as well.
That's quite a big question. How do you? Most of it's in the writing, I would say. It should be quite tight, and like Adam said, I think the fence in particular, anyway, draws from real people and real experiences, and I was just riffing on that really because I didn't think that my life when I was 20 was particularly interesting, but my dad had all these funny stories, so it starts with the writing, and I don't think you can ever spend too much time on that element. It would be a mistake to sort of think, I'll get the writing out of the way and then we'll go make it. But God, you need charismatic characters who the audience can get behind. So you usually want your characters to do something in the first 30 seconds to 60 seconds to do something kind of endearing. But I think with the shorts, it's so important that you get everything you can across to the audience as quickly as possible, especially as like attention spans and all that are just like shrinking rapidly. People don't, especially if it's online, people aren't going to watch your thing for more than 30 seconds. So first things first, don't put an opening credit sequence on your short film.
Oh, yeah.
Okay. Like, just get stuck in straight away. But yeah, I just say spend as much time as you can on the writing and try and. I think good characters are kind of more important than a good plot as well. I mean, maybe that's a bit controversial. Some people are going to say something, but yeah, just like characters first, I think. So I like to do a lot of research and base it on real people and just dig and dig and dig so that they feel very three-dimensional and believable. But that would be my quick answer.
That's
Thomas,
fantastic.
right
Thank you.
question.